My parents started signing me up for sports at a young age. I began playing t-ball when I was about 5 years old, and later my parents enrolled me in a town-wide softball league through my grammar school years, where everyone was welcome to play. Then I reached high school, where the competition to even make the softball team was tough. I was nervous going into my first tryout my freshman spring semester, because there were so many other girls who were better than me. I worked my hardest at tryouts for 7 long days in March, and to my surprise, I saw my name on the list of students who would be playing for the Bishop George R. High School freshman softball team. The first season came and went very quickly. I remember playing in a majority of the games and being one of the starting batters in the lineup. But once the season ended, I went back to my regular school schedule, which did not include anything softball related. I had not even thrown a ball, worked out, or conditioned in the off-season. Therefore, when it came time to try out again for the junior varsity team as a sophomore, I was not well equipped. I stressed during tryouts again, hoping that by some miracle, I would be on the team. Thankfully, my skills were average enough to pull me through, and I made the JV softball team in 2008. I worked very hard while a part of this team, but I didn't seem to play quite as much as the previous year. Because my parents had enrolled me from such a young age, I always felt that I was naturally good at softball, and I didn't need to work as hard as the other players. The following year as a junior in high school was much the same. Although I was at a disadvantage because I had not practiced in over 6 months, this did not stop me from doing my best, and because I was on such good terms with the coaches from previous years, they saw my potential and admitted me on the junior varsity team again. At one point during the season, I remember my dad asking me if I wanted to make varsity my senior year. I replied yes, and after hearing my answer, my dad took what I had said into consideration, then dedicated himself to helping me make the varsity softball team the following year. Once my season for JV had ended, my dad signed me up for a recreational summer league so I could keep training in July and June. Then my friend Amanda got me interested in a more intense travel team called the East Coast Tsunami, which helped me practice during the fall and winter season so I would be better prepared when it came time for tryouts that spring. I had never been on a travel team, but I understood that it was what I had to do if I wanted to make the team as a senior and get my varsity letter. This inspired me to enroll in yet another indoor league called the Jenny Finch Softball Academy during February and March of 2010. When it came time for varsity tryouts, even my coaches noticed how much I had improved since the past year. With all this confidence, I checked the list the day it was posted for my name, and I was elated when I saw it under the column marked varsity. I felt like a prisoner from Plato's Allegory of the Cave after they left their confinement, because like them, I was able to experience something I never had before. The dedication it took for me to make the team is a life skill that I plan to use a lot in the future. Although I didn't get to play as much as I would have liked, I acknowledge that I was not one of the best players on the team, and I was just glad to be a part of something that I had worked so hard for. When called on, I played center and right field and represented the number 8 for my team. We went on to win the Greater Middlesex County Championship in the spring of 2010, and although I didn't play much, I could not have been prouder to be in the presence of such a dedicated athlete. I credit all my sports accomplishments to my dad, Thomas Black, who encouraged me to continue on my softball career when quitting was an option for me. I learned so many lessons about hard work and persistence from him. I'm lucky to have him as a father.